Hey guys, this is going to be the second episode that this is going to be the second class to week 8. In this class, we're going to be rendering finally. So now we've got everything finally complete. I may or may not add sound effects afterward. That might be another video if you guys would like. But sound effects will probably be added, but for the main focus of this video, we're going to be figuring out how to render. So you're going to want to go to the render tab. You're going to choose your render engine, which we've got Eevee, Workbench, or Cycles. Preferably, I like Cycles, but Cycles takes a very, very long time to render, and I'll show you what I mean by this. So right here in the viewport, you can set your max samples to how many samples you want. That's kind of how many, I don't know how to explain. That's how many times your computer renders a single frame. Um, and for the render, you want that to be at about 1,000, give or take. You want it to be very high. And then I have denoise on because Cycles tends to get a little noisy when on its renders. And I'll show you what I mean by this. When we go into the animation tab and I say I want to see a fully rendered image, this is set to 250. Heading back to the render tab, we can see our settings. And just as a heads up, you will want to do GPU compute. You do not want to do CPU compute because of how long it will take. You're going to need a pretty beefy graphics card depending on what you're rendering and how you're rendering it. If you don't have a strong computer, I really recommend rendering in Eevee and set the max samples to like 200 or something like that. That'll help it out a lot. So I do want to check this out in here. For whatever reason, in the rendered tab, it looks kind of very silvery, and I just don't like that. Essentially, this is really all you really need to know is the viewport and the render and what engine you're using and whether or not you're using your GPU or your CPU. And we're going to go to the output tab. Right now, in total, we have 250 frames. So we're going to go and do that. Now, if you want, you can export PNGs and then re-input them back into here. Personally, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you guys how to do it just based on video. So this is going to export a video of raw data. And then we're just going to set this into my temporary folder in the C drive. Actually, I'm going to put it into videos. I'm sure I've got like yeah, we'll just do that instead. All right, have it 30 frames a second. And this is going to be our resolution size, start frame, end frame. That's all correct. And that's about all you need to know. After this, all you got to do is press F12 and it should start rendering. However, I'm still not kind of happy with this texture, so I'm going to fix that and I'll be right back. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to render it out. So to begin rendering in Blender, all you've got to do is let's go to the animation tab so we can see our timeline. I'm going to set it to 0. I don't need to do that. I don't know why. But press F12 to begin the rendering process. And there you go. So now we get to see what the render actually kind of looks like. And this is going to be the first frame. So we can see this is frame 1 and how long it's taking. It should take, this is sample 910 of 1000. It's going to take a very, very long time to actually complete this, but I'm going to move this out of the way. Make sure I'm not running any other processes that can be eliminated.